In terms of China, it's obviously Australia's biggest trading partner,
Yeah.
but it's also one that we're quite wary of. I want you to try and sum up for our listeners the relationship between our two countries and some of the complexities involved.
Yeah, it's so difficult to try and walk those two paths. There's an economic path and a military path. Now, economically, through trade, we are tied to China unlike any other country. The amount of trade that goes through China is sort of incomparable because there is no other country with the same amount, and you have to start adding countries together to get anywhere near it, particularly with things like iron ore, which is worth so much to the Australian economy, some of our coal. We've learnt through the last few years the importance of things like beef and crayfish and wine to the Chinese market and to Australia as well. So economically, we rely on China probably more than we should, given how complex the world might be. But if they're still writing the checks, then Australia's still going to cash them. Militarily, it's very different, and the problem going on now is as China expands outwards and continues to talk about expanding both its influence and its reach into places like the Pacific, getting real close to our shores, and then physically expand into Taiwan, as President Xi has made clear he wants to do at some point, then that starts to go against this rules-based order that so much of Australia and the world has flourished under. And that's where America comes into it, because at the same time, America has long seen the Pacific as being its domain, both through physical military installations in Australia, in the Philippines and other places stretching to Pearl Harbor in Hawaii, obviously American territory, but other places around the Pacific. So they see the importance of the shipping lanes that flow through this area, and that's also where Australia becomes an important partner as well. So how do you have those two tracks? Economic, money, military and power. You don't want those to cross, and that's where they've been in recent times, and with the world so volatile, it's where they might end up again.